AOSK-CCCK does not leave behind children with disabilities. In February 2022, AOSK-CCCK organized a 2-week training workshop on care for children with disabilities, targeting CCI administrators and social workers working in childcare institutions. During the training, the participants had an opportunity to do assessment of children in one of the childcare institutions where they practiced what they had learned.
With the training that we are carrying on with the caregivers and administrators from different charitable care institutions that belong to sisters, brothers, priests, or the church in particular, is to help them to spearhead care reforms in ensuring that children living with disabilities are not left behind, and that we are able to share our success stories to see that it's possible that these children, when they are accorded good care, good protection, and all that is needed, they can be reintegrated like any other child. And therefore, we want to show the rest of the stakeholders in this mission of serving that we should not leave behind these children. And therefore, that's why, as AOSK Catholic Care for Children in Kenya, we've taken upon ourselves to ensure that we be among the first people to ensure that all institutions are able to embrace this first, to know that all children are taken or reintegrated back to the family and the community like any other child, without leaving these ones because maybe they're enabled differently.
I'm Andrew Medo, working with St. John Children's Home for the physically challenged in Lokichar, Lodwar Diocese, and my work involves assessing of these children with physical disabilities and planning on how to rehabilitate them so that they can become independent and walk on their own, and also to perform the activities of their daily lives. So far I've been trained by AOSK-CCCK, Catholic Care for Children in Kenya, and this is my 4th training I'm attending since they started inviting us to these trainings. And one of the major things I've gained so far is doing the assessment for these children, the early assessment for these children. And we know that when you do early assessment for these children and we identify the cases earlier, it becomes very easy for us to intervene and enroll these children in very good programs that can enable them overcome their disabilities. The other thing that we've gained so far since we started training with the AOSK-CCCK is the skills in writing some of these reports, how we communicate the activities that we do within our facilities to the outside. And this kind of report writing gives us the skills and a better way of communicating how to handle these children with disabilities. It also connects us with other stakeholders working with persons with disability in different institutions within the country. The other one is that through the AOSK-CCCK, they are also able to support us by giving us some funds to train people on children's rights back in our facilities. And so far they have supported me to train 2 groups of people on the rights and care for children with disabilities in Lokichar, Turkana County, and that has improved in creating awareness to the parents and the community on what disability is, the rights of these children with disability, and how to assist these children with disability. Instead of hiding them indoors, they need to bring them up so that they can also compete with others.
I am Sister Mary Monica, or Franciscan Sisters of St. Joseph, working in an institution called Sigomre Small Home. These are children living with different disabilities, especially those who are living with the physical disability, and some are having some mental challenge, speech impairment, and some autistic. So these children are aging from 3 years to 22 years. Mostly, we are there just for them to access education. That is the most important thing. But there are some that are not able to go to secondary school. Those ones we have begun for them a unit. This unit is taking care of those who cannot fit in the primary school, neither secondary school. And also we do a bit of vocational training to those who are big but cannot make it to continue with the education. This course was really a precious opportunity for me. I didn't know that I was really going to benefit the way I have benefited. I've been working with these children for 5 years, and I've been facing so many challenges, which I have got all the answers in this training, especially working with the child with cerebral palsy. I have about 6 children who are bedridden in our dormitory. Normally the parents bring them. We also keep them the way the parents bring them. We only do the feeding and we give a bit of love, but there's nothing we have been doing. From here, I'm already seeing what I'm going to do. I'm going to involve my staffs to make sure that each staff have at least 6 children, because I have 67 of them and we have been having only 2 mothers taking care. But now I'm going to involve each and every worker in the compound to help us really make these children get somewhere, especially reaching a goal that we are going to plan together with them. Also, the children with autistic, I've been thinking that these children have been stubborn. Sometimes even I've been caning some because I think they have been stubborn. From here, I've learned that that is part of the characteristic that they have. Children who have paralysis, we have been sometimes forcing the hands to straighten by force. Here we have been trained on how to do it with love and do it pole, give it time. With us we have been thinking the children that they just don't want, kumbe it was not yet time. And even communicating with them, especially when it comes to play. We have not been having that time for playing, but now I'm going back with a changed mind. And I'm so happy, I'm grateful for the plan. Whoever planned this training knew the right people to bring. And now I'm going to even to change the community, because we have been keeping these children, but we have not been involving the parents so much. They only come to visit the children, they see them, they go back. Talk with the parents, talk with the children, they go back. But now I'm going to put a rule that when they come, we have to journey together with the children, so that we may not cut the plan we have. If we start maybe making the child to sit, we want that thing to continue as we are doing when the children are in holidays, because the parents have not been doing enough, as I'm seeing, and we have not been involving them. But from here, I've come to learn that we have to involve them. Secondly, I've also come to learn that it is good for children to stay at home, especially the ones we have been keeping in the dormitory. I think there is no need. We should return them back to the parents. Then we journey with the parents, we train them on how to take care of them. Because here we do only the feeding. That love of the parents we can't give because of the workload. So now from here, we will try, prepare the parents and make sure that these children, we integrate them back home and we journey with the parents. And also on the side of children who are not moving or not talking, now it will be our duty as staffs to see that how best can we make even a child to roll, even if it will take us a long time. But I will also train my staffs to see that they also handle the children with care. And also we may not judge them as we have been judging them before.
These are the perspectives of Gwen Bachel, an expert on care for children with disabilities, working in Azerbaijan on how care reforms for children can be implemented.
Well, I think the first thing is always that every child belongs in a family. Every child needs a family. They need the care, the love, attention in order to grow up, the same as any child. And so emphasis should always be on family care as opposed to institutional care. And it's understandable why institutional care is in place, but globally now there's this big movement to shift away from institutional care to family-based care, and as working with children with disabilities is so challenging, and as so many people don't believe it's possible for children to go back to their families or for families to take care of them effectively, children with disabilities always get left behind. They're always the ones who are forgotten about, they're left in institutions, and so our work with the CCIs and the mission, the message I'm hoping that they will take on is that families first, number one, and second, every child is a child. The disability is not the issue, they're a child first and foremost. And if you approach every child as a child, you will try and find the best solution for that child. My sort of last words to CCCK, who have been the sort of partner with me during these last 2 years, these difficult years of COVID, where we've had to do everything online, is it's clear that they manage and have this great relationship with all the CCIs and are really involved and invested in their success. And so I wish them all the luck and love in the world to achieve that. I have no doubt that they will achieve it because their energy is huge, and I'm here always to support.